Well, hello. Welcome to the lecture on Chapter 3. In 1937, Edwin Land started a company that made a polarizing plastic, and he named it Polaroid. His business was booming, and Land was taking family pictures on a vacation in 1943 when his 3-year-old daughter asked why they had to wait so long to see the developed photographs. Land was struck with the idea of combining the polarization technology with developing films. And by 1950, he had a camera that produced black and white images, and by 1963, he had a camera that produced color pictures right after they were taken. Polaroid camera took off, and by the 1960s, it was estimated that 50% of American households owned one. Now, digital cameras came along and destroyed the Polaroid camera business. So, some of the questions we might ask, if Polaroid executives had used Porter's 5 forces analysis, would they have discovered the threat of substitute products of the digital camera? And what would they have done to combat that threat? So today we're going to look at the idea of disruptive technology, Web 1.0, the 4 e-business models, e-business tools for connecting and communicating, and the challenges of e-business. So let's compare disruptive and sustaining technologies and explain how the Internet and World Wide Web caused business disruption. Disruptive technologies offer a new way of doing things that initially does not meet the needs of existing customers. Disruptive technologies redefine the competitive playing fields of their respective markets. They can also open new markets, and they will destroy old ones. They can cut into the low end of the marketplace and eventually evolve to displace high-end competitors and the reigning technologies when the disruptive technology began. In contrast, sustaining technologies produced improved products that customers are eager to buy, such as a faster car or a larger hard drive. Sustaining technologies tend to provide us with better, faster, and cheaper products in established markets and virtually never lead in markets opened by new and disruptive technologies. The Internet and World Wide Web caused business disruption by allowing people to communicate and collaborate in ways that were not possible before the information age. The Internet and World Wide Web completely disrupted the way businesses operate, employees communicate, and products are developed and sold. Web 1.0 is a term to refer to the World Wide Web during its first few years of operation, between 1991 and 2003. E-business includes e-commerce, along with all activities related to internal and external business operations, such as servicing customer accounts, collaborating with partners, and exchanging real-time information. During Web 1.0, entrepreneurs began creating the first forms of e-business. E-business advantages include expanding global reach, opening new markets, reducing costs, and improving operations and effectiveness. So let's look at the 4 e-business models. Business to business applies to businesses buying from and selling to each other over the internet. Business to consumer, B2C, applies to any business that sells its products or services to consumers over the internet. Consumer to business, C2B, applies to any consumer that sells a product or service to a business over the internet. And consumer to consumer applies to sites primarily offering goods and services to assist consumers interacting with each other over the internet. The primary difference between B2B and B2C are the customers. B2B customers are other businesses, while B2C markets to the consumers directly. Overall, B2B relations are more complex and have higher security needs. Plus, B2B is the dominant e-business force, representing 80% of all online business. Let's look at 6 e-business tools for connecting and communicating. As firms began to move online, more MIS tools were created to support e-business processes and requirements. The e-business tools used to connect and communicate include email, instant messaging, podcasting, content management systems, video conferencing, and web conferencing. So there are some challenges associated with e-business. Let's look at 4 of them. Although the benefits of e-business are enticing, developing, deploying, and managing e-business systems is not always easy. The challenges associated with e-business include identifying limited market segments, managing consumer trust, ensuring consumer protection, and adhering to taxation laws. Let's look at Web 2.0 and identify its salient characteristics. Web 2.0 is the next generation of Internet use, a more mature, distinctive communications platform characterized by new qualities such as collaboration, sharing, and social media. Web 2.0 encourages user participation and the formation of communities that contribute to the content. In Web 2.0, technical skills are no longer required to use and publish information to the World Wide Web. This eliminates entry barriers for online business. The 4 characteristics of Web 2.0 include content sharing through open sourcing, user-contributed content, collaboration inside the organization, and collaboration outside the organization. Let's look at how Web 2.0 is helping communities network and collaborate. A social network is an application that connects people by matching profile information. Providing individuals with the ability to network is by far one of the greatest advantages of Web 2.0, or also known as Business 2.0. Social networking is the practice of expanding your business and/or social contacts by constructing a personal network. Business 2.0 simplifies the way individuals communicate, network, find employment, and search for information. The 3 tools that harness the power of the people for Business 2.0 include blogs, wikis, and mashups. A blog or weblog is an online journal that allows users to post their own comments, graphics, and video. Blog websites let writers communicate and readers respond on a regular basis through a simple yet customizable interface that does not require any programming. A wiki is a type of collaborative web page that allows users to add, remove, and change content, which can be easily organized and reorganized as required. While blogs have largely drawn on the creative and personal goals of individual authors, wikis are based on open collaboration with any and everybody. A mashup is a website or web application that uses content from more than one source to create a completely new product or service. A mashup allows users to mix map data, photos, videos, news feeds, blog entries, and so on to create content with a new purpose. So let's look at some of the challenges associated with Business 2.0. As much as Business 2.0 has positively changed the global landscape of business, a few challenges remain in open source software, user-contributed content systems, and collaboration systems. These challenges include individuals forming unrealistic dependencies on technology, vandalism of information on blogs and wikis, and the violation of copyrights and plagiarism. Web 3.0 is based on intelligent web applications using natural language processing, machine learning and reasoning, and intelligent applications. Web 3.0 is the next step in the evolution of the Internet and web. Business leaders who explore its opportunities will be the first to market with competitive advantages. Web 3.0 offers a way for people to describe information such that computers can start to understand the relationships among the concepts and the topics.
Here's something for you, George.
Okay. Okay, let's take a look at the HelloFresh case study. Spend about 10 minutes reading through that and start back up, and we'll go through the questions related to that case study. So, welcome back. Do you consider HelloFresh a form of disruptive or sustaining technology? HelloFresh is a new form of online business, but not a disruptive technology. E-business has been around for years, and even so, groceries have been a tough market to tackle. Home delivery for groceries and other online meal delivery services, such as Blue Apron, have been entering this space for years. Is HelloFresh an example of Web 1.0 or 2.0? HelloFresh is an example of Web 2.0. Customers can choose the meals that they want delivered. What is the e-business model HelloFresh has implemented? HelloFresh is using a business-to-consumer e-business model. Describe the revenue model HelloFresh has implemented. HelloFresh has implemented a subscription e-business model. What is HelloFresh's competitive advantage? HelloFresh's competitive advantage is that it sources organic, local foods delivered directly to the customer's door. Many people today expect to be continuously connected, and their dependence on technology glues them to their web connections for everything from web conferencing for a university class or work project to making plans with friends for dinner. If a connection is down, how will they function? How long can people go without checking email, text messaging, or listening to free music on Pandora or watching on-demand television? As society becomes more technology dependent, outages hold the potential to cause greater havoc for people, businesses, and educational institutions. So this concludes Chapter 3 and Lecture 3.